It is lunchtime on day 4 of Lori Vallow Daybell's Arizona Brandon Boudreaux trial. And we are on another witness right now. Actually, we just finished with a witness, the DNA expert who tested and analyzed the DNA that was found in the Jeep. And she tested multiple samples that were given to her from different parts of the Jeep. And the major ones that came back were tracked to Alex Cox. There were some that they weren't able to get a definite, answer on as far as whose DNA was there. Inconclusive, I guess you could say. But Alex Cox's DNA was in the Jeep that was tested in Rexburg. Lori had no questions for that witness. It was a relatively short testimony. Before that, we had Detective Pillar back on the stand, and Lori had a lot of questions for him. She asked him about the color of the Jeep, gray versus green, puke green versus camo green versus dark colored. She asked him why they didn't keep the window, why they didn't keep the Tesla. She asked that how was her expert supposed to test the Tesla if they didn't keep it as evidence. She asked about how often Brandon and Pillar communicated with each other. Then she started to get into an area about Melanie, an email that Pillar apparently sent to Brandon asking if there was a financial benefit for Brandon to be dead. And there was several sidebars about that issue, and it never really got resolved, other than the judge had warned Lori before that she was opening doors that she might not want to open, and this was probably one of them. As we know, the Trina K has said in previous days of trial that Melanie Pawlowski is still under investigation. So that was the majority of the morning. Lori asking this detective questions on cross-examination. Trina then got back up on redirect and asked a few things. And then the jurors actually had 2 or 3 different questions. One of them was, do witnesses tend to, do people that testify tend to get colors confused or forgotten? And Detective Pillar said, yes, that can happen, especially in a traumatic incident. I think this train's about to go by me. I hope you can still hear me. So that testimony wrapped up. Trina did hint that there were detectives in Idaho who helped Pillar with the investigation. And the train's honking at you all. He wants to say hi. Hope you're saying hi back. So anyway, we're now crossing the road. I think it's Taco Tuesday. Apparently there's a pretty good taco place up here that I'm headed to. And I'll let you know when I get there. But Trina kind of hinted, at least I took it as a hint, that the Rexburg detective, Ray Hermosillo, will be on the stand a bit later, probably right after lunch. He will take the stand, and then we have Nick Ballance from the FBI, who still has not testified. It's possible maybe we hear from those two this afternoon, and then maybe the state's done. Or it's possible they could have, other witnesses as well on their list. They do have other witnesses listed, but as we learned in the last trial, they didn't call them all. So, does the prosecution rest today? I guess we'll see. It all depends, of course, on Lori and her asking, depending on how long she questions the witnesses and what she asks and how long the answers take. Of course, she did not want Detective Hermosillo to testify in this trial. She claimed that he did not fill out the warrants correctly and therefore tried to get him off the list. The judge overruled that motion and said he can testify. So that, I imagine, will be interesting cross-examination. And we'll see how Lori questions him. So there you have it. That is the lunch update. You can, of course, go on and watch this morning's hearing, the trial from this morning, along with Lori's cross-examination, and you can hear those questions from the jury. Of course, we'll break it all down tonight during Courtroom Insider. And yeah, I'll keep you updated all afternoon. I'm almost to the taco spot. and I'll let you know how they taste, everybody. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. I hope you're having a good lunch. And if you have any questions that you want to answer tonight during Courtroom Insider, go ahead and throw them in the comments, and Peggy will do her best to collect them all and get them to me. All right, thanks for watching. Goodbye.